preparing to head off to Scotland and Ireland tomorrow, and speaking over there and running events there. Looking at the weather in Sydney today, you almost think I'm already here. It's terrible weather, the rain, stormy, can't even see the ocean. I need that sunshine. When it comes to life and business and practice, on the times it can be very difficult. There are times when you're sort of feeling like you're riding high, probably a lot more times when you actually feel like you're down in the dumps or nothing's moving ahead or you're just sort of plateauing and staying stable. There's a lot of times in my business where everything's kind of plateauing. You know, we hire coaches like myself to really help us, guide us, to kind of direct us, hoping that a coach could help us take us to the next level. I'm not sure if I like the term coach. I think there's a stigma of what a coach is supposed to be there for. We have the stigma that a coach is supposed to lift us to the next level. The word coach and what it actually means, and taken into context of sport, a coach is not a player. That coach has limited ability to win. Now, that they are an important part of the team, absolutely. But it also requires the players to be at their best and also have the right talent to be able to execute coaches' strategies and tactics to be able to take that team to win. One of the coach's responsibility is to evaluate each team member, evaluate their skill set, their talents and skills, and bring out the best in them. From a player's perspective, me included, is that we put this high expectation on our coach that they will do it for me. I know intellectually we don't think that, but we actually have this expectation that the coach will lift us. But just by having a coach, everything else will be okay. Coming from the coaching industry, that is pretty much what you shouldn't expect. Just hiring someone will elevate you is not necessarily true. As coaches, we all have success stories where we're able to take someone and they elevate to double their business or their practice. But there's also lots of stories where there are a lot of changes that happen in their personal lives, in their relationships, and also who they are as a person. They're actually having a happier life, even though their numbers haven't grown. So there's many other measurements other than one measurement, which is always about money. And oftentimes I reflect back on my career when the coaches that I've hired in the past and the coaches that I hired in the past, I was expecting that they're going to do it for me. And now I realize that I'm hiring a coach not to necessarily help me get to the next level. What I'm hiring a coach for is to help me to direct. Is to help me direct my mind, help me focus in on the direction where I need to be, help me focus in on making sure I'm thinking clearly. I don't need more content. I don't need more structures on what to do. What I do need is a kick in the pants, just move me in a direction, and it could be one small, simple statement. A lot of people have this expectation when they hire a coach is that they're hiring for someone who is going to give them all the brilliance, all these insights. But really when it comes down to it, it could just be one line. It could be one little sentence that you hear, and that will get you and set you up for the rest of the year, and everything else is a bonus. I'm hiring a coach not looking for daily inspirations. I'm not looking for someone who gives me some content to help me grow and scale. I'm looking for someone to make sure that they see me for who I am and get the most out of me. But more importantly, when I ask for help, they are there. They're on a phone call. I can actually just pick up the phone or book a call online, and they're there for me just to have a conversation when I'm dealing with something going on in here or in here. But I think we all need someone who's emotionally unattached to your outcome. Hiring a friend is great, but oftentimes they're attached emotionally to you and your outcome. Hiring a coach, tell it to you straight. They're the people who would tell it to you that this is what you need and this is what you need to hear. I think what I'm trying to say is this, is that number one, I believe that everybody needs a coach. Number two is that you also have to have true expectations of the coach and also expectations of yourself. We need to take the responsibility that you need to act, but you don't have to act on everything. I think it's also important to recognize that growth comes from incremental growth. What you might do today may actually not show up until 6 months from now. Coach has its place. You have to find someone that resonates with you, someone who actually knows you well enough in any line of business. But at the end of the day, it's not always about growth on the bottom line, but sometimes it's about growth in the person, because that is what affects the bottom line. We are going to play some Pingaloo. I'm gonna win. I didn't win. I lost.